Evening, everyone. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining us tonight. We're going to wait another minute for some additional attendees to join, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Welcome, everyone, to tonight's virtual delegate governance meeting of Girl Scouts in the heart of Pennsylvania. My name is Adrienne Vicari, and I'm the chair of the board of directors of Girl Scouts in the heart of PA. I am so pleased to have so many delegates present online throughout our 30-county footprint. As a delegate-led organization, your presence here today is critical to the council. I would like to acknowledge our GSHPA staff members and all current GSHPA board members. Thank you for your service and commitment to the council. If you have a question tonight, please use the Zoom Q&A feature at the bottom of your screen to type in your questions. Questions will be forwarded to our speakers and addressed during the designated Q&A session at the end of our program. We do intend to be respectful of your time and intend to end the session on time tonight. If you have any technical issues, please enter those in the Q&A chat as well, and staff members will assist you. Now, let us begin with a Girl Scout flag ceremony conducted by Girl Scouts from Service Unit 504, Troop 52140, Lily and Hannah, and Troop 51445, Paige, Raina, Caitlin, Mari, and Grace.
Color guard, attention. Color guard, advance. Color guard, post your colors. Color guard, salute your colors. Girl Scouts, salute your colors. Now please recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Color guard, dismissed. Girl Scouts, dismissed.
Now, please join me in reciting the Girl Scout promise. On my honor, I will try to serve God and my country, to help people at all times, and to live by the Girl Scout law. Before we get started, I'd like to ask you to please make note of these important upcoming dates. First, on May 18th through 20th, GSHPA will be hosting the National Girl Scout Product Program Conference in Hershey. Then on June 12th, we'll recognize our 2022 class of Gold Award Girl Scouts at the Gold Award ceremony to be held at Bucknell University. We're so proud of our Gold Award Girl Scouts. This year, there are 68 girls from 28 counties in our footprint. Please join us in recognizing their outstanding community service. June 13th through 17th, our program team hosts the STEAM Summer Kickoff, which will be a fun-filled week of virtual events for our girls. On June 10th is the first week of GSHPA Summer Camp. And then July 30th will be GSHPA's annual meeting held virtually. As delegates, your participation in this meeting is critical. As you know, during our annual meeting, we'll be electing our national delegates, board members, and board development committee members. In order to conduct council business during our annual meeting, we must have a quorum. Per our bylaws, 25% of the delegates, including at least one delegate from a majority of the service units, must be present. So your presence and the voice of your service unit is both important and critical for the meeting. I thank you for your time and dedication to the council by serving as a delegate and look forward to your participation in July. September 14th, we will be honoring outstanding women at our footprint and celebrating the Girl Scouts 110th anniversary at our Women of Distinction event held at the Country Club of York. Anthony Billett, our Fund Development Committee Chair, will provide additional information about this amazing event later in the meeting. Our agenda tonight starts with an introduction of the Board of Directors, followed by the Board Chair report, as well as reports from our Treasurer, Fund Development Committee Chair, and I'll end with the Property Committee report. We'll then hold a question and answer session before the closing remarks. You needn't wait to enter your questions until the end of the meeting. Feel free to enter any questions as you think of them. Just know that we'll be answering them later on in the agenda. It's now my privilege to review for you all of the members of our Board of Directors, including our officers and members at large. Like you, each of them is also a GSHPA volunteer, contributing their time, talent, and treasure to help build girls of courage, confidence, and character who make the world a better place. Each member of the board also serves as a committee member, and some serve on multiple committees, which I will identify as I introduce them. Our board officers are Allison Bernhardt, our vice chair, who also serves as the chair of Finance and Audit Committee. Bridget Kasher, our treasurer, who also serves on our Finance and Audit Committee. Deshauna Fox, our secretary, who also serves on our Strategic Planning Committee. All our officers serve on the executive committee along with 3 members at large. Our members at large are Anthony Billett, who is also the chair of our Fund Development Committee, Barbara Green, who serves as our Finance and Audit Committee, Jane Houston, who serves on our Strategic Planning Committee and Executive Committee, Stacey Irwin, who serves as a member of the Executive Committee and is the chair of the Volunteer Strategy Committee, Tina Maurer, who serves on our Board Development Committee, Darren Russ, who is on our Executive Committee and the chair of our Strategic Planning Committee, Dan Schaefer, who is the chair of the Property Committee and also serves on the Board Development Committee, Gina Sudam, who serves on our Volunteer Strategy Committee, Deborah Vereen, who serves on our Volunteer Strategy Committee, and Judith Wyndham, who serves on our Volunteer Strategy Committee. Kathy McCorkle is currently serving the ex officio role on our Board of Directors as the chair of the Board Development Committee. Of note, our newest board member at large, Barb Green, is president at the Blue Mountain Ski Resort. She was appointed to the board since our last annual meeting. Long before her appointment to the Board of Directors, she has been a GSHP supporter and partner. As a newly appointed board member, she may run for election in July during the annual meeting. Since our annual meeting, there have been no resignations. There have been several appointments to various committees. Their names have been published on the website and through social media. So why are we having a governance meeting for our delegates separate and apart from the town hall meetings? For those of you who participated in the recent town hall council gathering, you will notice a very distinct difference between the agenda for that meeting and the agenda for this meeting. The town hall meeting centers around day-to-day operations of GSHPA and is led by the council staff. This meeting is not about day-to-day operations. It's about governance. Among the delegates' powers, responsibilities, and accountabilities outlined in our bylaws is the power and responsibility to determine the general lines of direction for Girl Scouting within our council by receiving and responding to reports and information from the Board of Directors. This meeting is the way in which we, as a Board of Directors, are providing you, our delegates, with information. Each of you is representing your respective service unit or the council as a whole if you are a national delegate. So tonight, you'll be hearing directly from members of our Board of Directors with staff assisting where appropriate. Over the past 2 years, the Strategic Planning Committee has provided guidance and support to GSHPA, resulting in a 2-year COVID recovery plan designed to help the council navigate the challenges faced during the pandemic. The committee is now providing guidance to staff who are working with consultants from Crescent Leadership, an organization who works with Girl Scout councils across the country to develop a multi-year strategy to help GSHPA experience growth and success as we move forward. The strategic planning process started last month with a series of focus groups to gather insights from our members and we are very pleased to see 138 members participate, one of the highest numbers that Crescent leadership has ever seen. We believe this speaks to the dedication and investment of our members that they have in Girl Scouting, so thank you. Next, the Strategic Planning Committee, Board of Directors, and GSHPA staff will participate in visiting sessions to gather even more information. This will serve as a basis for the new strategic plan, which will ultimately be approved by the Board of Directors in August of this year. Another important process underway this year is the election of national delegates to serve at the National Council Session 56th Convention of Girl Scouts of the USA, to be held in Orlando, Florida in July of 2023. GSHPA will be eligible to send approximately 5 National Council delegates. Members from across the council have submitted applications which were due on April 29th. Next, the Board Development Committee will prepare a slate to be elected at the annual meeting on July 30th, 2022. National delegate responsibilities include attending orientation and training sessions, serving as a GSHPA delegate, reporting back to their Girl Scout communities regarding the annual meeting, serving as a national delegate for the next 3 years, and attending all National Council sessions and meetings. As a GSHPA Service Unit delegate, you'll be voting at the annual meeting in July to choose our National Council delegates. Your involvement in the governance of our council and national organization is very important, and I want to thank you for the time and thought that you put into your role. On behalf of Stacy Irwin, Volunteer Strategy Committee Chair, I would like to share a summary of the Volunteer Recognition Awards for Membership Year 2022. This year, 56 volunteers were nominated by their peers, and they were recognized in the month of April as part of Volunteer Appreciation Month. The Volunteer Recognition Awards included Volunteer or Leader of Distinction pins awarded by their service unit, as well as several council level awards, including Volunteer Appreciation pins, Volunteer of Excellence pins, and our newest council level award, Juliet's Pearls. Congratulations to all of our volunteers on their recent awards. We appreciate their dedication to GSHPA and all they do to enhance our mission as they work with such dedication to bring the Girl Scout leadership experience to girls in Central and Northeast PA. At this time, I will turn the meeting over to our treasurer, Bridget Kasher, for the treasurer's report.
Thank you, Adrian. Hi, everybody. It's wonderful to be here. I will say that I joined Girl Scouts because it's one of those things that I'm dedicated to doing. And my daughter was always looking for something that just fit her well as far as STEAM and STEM. I'd like to share some of our financial highlights with you this evening. In doing so, it's important to point out that we operate on a fiscal year starting October 1st and ending September 30th of each year. We're going to start with the fiscal year of 2020 to 2021. As a nonprofit, our financials are analyzed every year. We engaged a new firm, Boyer & Ritter LLC, to perform a complete review and audit our financial activities and reporting to ensure we meet all guidelines set forth by the IRS and GAAP, or generally accepted accounting principles. The audit was completed on time with another clean opinion as the resulting. For those looking for the financial details, you can find our Form 990 information return on our website. We make it available for everyone who would like to review it at your leisure. COVID certainly continued to challenge us last year. With all the lockdowns we saw in our communities, limiting our operations, however, federal employee retention tax credits administered through the IRS allowed us to remain fully staffed. We are also proud to report we are able to offer financial assistance for members and membership and related programming costs to keep 520 girls active and engaged in our programming and camps. For our current fiscal year, October 2021, and to the present, we're going to start here by reviewing the 2021 Fall Product Fundraiser. This year's Fall Product Fundraiser was the best year ever, ranking 12th in the nation throughout the GS USA network. COVID relief was crucial to all small businesses and nonprofits to keep doors open and staff employed. We pursued all available funding through the Paycheck Protection Program, or PPP, when it became available. These funds were originally set up as a loan. We have since submitted documentation to show full eligibility and use of these funds for their intended purposes and received approval from the Small Business Administration. They have fully forgiven our loans and essentially making the PPP a funding, a grant. While there have certainly been ups and downs, our investment strategy has been established to weather the storm, allowing us to maintain our financial stability. We've grown our fundraising team to expand our reach out to donors and pursue more grant opportunities, starting to see these efforts coming to fruition. The digital cookie or online cookie ordering platform, which allows girls to promote and grow their cookie business through social media, has also expanded. Orders made through this platform require online payment at the time of sale, significantly reducing the need for collection efforts by council staff. Finally, as society is returning to in-person activities, so are we and our programming. Offerings are once again growing. More and more girls are registering for badge activities, outdoor engagement opportunities, STEM and STEAM programming, and summer camp opportunities at all 4 of our camps. It is my pleasure now to turn this over to the Fund Development Committee Chair, Anthony Billett. Anthony?
Thank you very much, Bridget. And hello to everyone. Thank you, Bridget. Appreciate that. In honor of the 110th anniversary to the Girl Scouts, we are planning a fabulous Women of Distinction celebration. We will be recognizing 4 honorees who epitomize the Girl Scouts leadership experience. The event will be Wednesday evening, September 14th, 2022. So save the date, mark your calendars, and be sure not to miss it. The event will be hosted at the Country Club of York from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Mix and mingle reception featuring a large silent auction, seated dinner program, live auction, and other fun surprises. The celebration is also adults only. The honorees that are going to represent the 4 pillars of Girl Scouts are in no particular order: Dr. Pamela Gunter Smith, the president of York College for the STEAM pillar; Kim Lemon, the former senior anchor for WGAL for the Life Skills pillar; Betsy Hom, CEO for Duck Donuts for the Entrepreneurship pillar; and Shannon Gordy, Executive Director for the PA Office of the Chesapeake Bay Foundation for the Outdoors pillar. We have quite an impressive slate of women. For the event details, contact the council headquarters. GSHPA is always looking for ways to fund our life-changing mission. We invite foundations, businesses, clubs, and organizations, as well as individuals, to support Girl Scouts. So how can you help? Provide financial assistance so girls can join Girl Scouts, provide camperships so girls can attend camp and have that experience. Fund Girl Scouting programs such as Academic Edge and extended community outreach to bridge the learning gap girls experienced during COVID, especially in underserved and underrepresented communities. Sponsor a Girl Scout troop is in let me start that over again. Sponsor a Girl Scout troop in underserved communities to broaden our Girl Scout reach and impact. Provide funding to help upgrade your favorite camp. We're always looking to grow our corporate partners. Let us know if you know a potential business to align with Girl Scouts. And most importantly, every girl deserves the opportunity to be a Girl Scout. We will now hear from Adrienne. She will be pinch hitting for Dan, the property committee chair. Dan Schaefer. So thank you very much, and take it away, Adrian.
Thank you, Anthony and Bridget, for your updates. Relative to the property committee report, the GSHPA board voted in 2020 to increase outdoor programming at all 4 GSHPA camp properties. In addition, the property business plan is in the second year of building out resources and opportunities for girls and leaders to utilize property. The business plan also includes an outline for improving both infrastructure and programming on our properties. Highlights of building out resources and increasing opportunities for girls includes sample itineraries, packing list and schedules available on the camp property reservation page. Also journey kits, which are available at each property and are complete with all supplies needed, down to marshmallows and toothpicks if appropriate, and all curriculum provided, including any pre-work that might have to be done before arriving. Property mentors are also available. These are leaders who are willing to support other leaders in their first time visiting a property. A greater number of staff-led events on property are also available, so leaders can reserve for overnight and rely on staff for programming. A few highlights of past work, as previously reported, include a new non-facilitated low ropes team building program being added at Camp Happy Valley and Camp Small Valley. Necessary repairs have been completed on the pool at Camp Small Valley. A stone road was created to access the climbing wall at Camp Archbald. 3 of our camp properties underwent septic or lagoon repairs and improvements, and roofs have been replaced as needed across all 4 camp properties. Current projects in the works at Camp Small Valley include 2 new yurts, replacing the rarely used platform tents at Oak Knob, along with an Oak Knob Pavilion latrine repair. Additional projects in the works also include the addition of a yurt pavilion at the existing yurt village, which replaces a tent structure. The Lookout Lodge and Lower Star, they're now available to rent. And the Squirrel's Nest bathroom is being remodeled later this year. At Camp Furnace Hills, current projects in the works include the Morning Star roof being replaced and the Hickory House latrine being rebuilt. Current projects in the works at Camp Archbald include lodge roof being replaced and the Schoonover roof being repaired. There's Clevis repairs going on, and we're partnering with supporters of Camp Archbald for foundation repairs to Greenwood in order to reopen that year-round unit. Additional projects in the works include gutters, deck repairs, also at Skyloft. As I mentioned at the start of the property report, the GSHPA board made a decision in 2020 to support and promote additional outdoor programming on all 4 camp properties. This is backed by the property business plan, which strategically considered infrastructure and programming needs and funding. Increasing outdoor programming includes not just the programming itself, but information and resources, along with infrastructure, which are all things that were just highlighted. Feedback and comments are always welcome on the post-stay survey that's emailed after each property reservation or by emailing memberservices@gshpa.org. That wraps up the committee reports. Now we'll take questions. So let's see if we have any questions that have come in so far. Give it another minute in case there's any questions that people want to ask. Right, we did receive one question in. The question is, have there been any thoughts on decreasing camp prices? Right now, we're focused on creating a sustainable camp plan. And as part of that, we're looking at both, the cost of the programming, cost of sustaining the camps, and also keeping it affordable for our campers. And I think with that, we'll move on to see if there's any additional questions. The next question is, what is the cost for women in the Women of Distinction event? Christelle, I'll turn that question over to you to answer.
Thank you, Adrian. At this moment in time, we are working on the sponsorships at this point. We are in negotiations with the Country Club of York to establish the actual menu, and based on the number of initial registrants, we will be identifying what the cost is and publishing that out here very, very shortly.
Thank you, Christelle. Right, waiting for any other questions that come in. All right, so the next question is, where is the property plan posted? Currently, I don't believe that plan has been posted online. Latricia, is there anything additional that you'd like to add to that question and answer?
No additional comments. No, Adrian. Thank you.
Thanks, Latricia. All right, the next question is, are the new yurts at Small Valley handicapped accessible? It's a great question. Currently, the yurts that are available at Camp Small Valley are accessible for handicapped. The new ones are not yet constructed, but we hope to ensure that there is access at the camp for anyone with handicap needs. The next question, are there any contractual repercussions for the bakery not providing cookies on time and affecting the selling season, customer orders, and booths? So I'll turn that question over to Jana.
Thanks for the question, Adrian. We are in discussions with both bakers across GSUSA. During the most recent CEO meeting, there was a lot of discussion about what the bakers will be responsible for. Of course, in our footprint, we had a successful season. And although we had some level of disruption, it wasn't the same level of disruption that others who were earlier in the season experienced. So I do not anticipate that we will have contractual repercussions with Little Brownie Baker, but there will be other councils who do. What we need to remember, and what I keep foremost in my thoughts, is that our bakers are partners, and they have been partners with us for as long as cookies have been sold by Girl Scouts, going all the way back to Lou Hoover. So thank you so much for the question, and recognize that we will continue to work with our bakers moving forward so that we can have the best season possible. As I've said repeatedly, from potato chips to silicone chips, there have been disruptions in supply chain management. And not only did we learn about that this season, but our girls did as well.
We received a follow-up comment relative to the yurts in terms of also making sure that the pathways to the yurts are accessible, and that we make sure, to help alleviate any issues with the gravel paths that can be less conducive for wheelchairs. So that's a great comment. We really appreciate that. It's something that we'll definitely look into as we prepare for the oncoming camp season. We'll pause to see if any additional questions come in. All right, so it looks like no additional questions. So I want to thank everyone for your participation tonight. If there are those that have remaining questions, please feel free to send them to Member Services, and they'll be assigned to a staff member to respond to. The 2022 governance meeting is now adjourned.